Motivation isn't magic. It's not something you wait for. It's something you can trigger. And new neuroscience is proving that motivation is more like a light switch in your brain. You just need to know where it is. In this video, we'll explore how to flip that switch on demand using psychology, neuroscience, and simple behavior hacks. If you've ever felt stuck, uninspired, or wondering why some people seem to just do it, this is the science-backed wake-up call you've been waiting for. The myth of motivation. Let's start with a hard truth. You're not unmotivated. You're just not activating motivation the right way. We've all been taught the wrong story, that motivation comes first. Then action follows. But science tells a different story. Motivation often follows action. It's created, not discovered. It's a feedback loop, not a fuel tank. And more importantly, it's something you can switch on once you understand the systems driving it. Let's break it down. 1. The motivation circuit, a brain designed to act. Motivation is not a single force. It's a circuit, a collaboration between key brain regions. At the center, the mesolimbic dopamine system, connecting the ventral tegmental area VTA to the nucleus accumbens. This system evaluates goals, predicts rewards, and tells you, is this worth the effort? But here's what's wild. Your brain doesn't just respond to rewards, it responds to the expectation of rewards. In a 2023 study from University College London, researchers showed that dopamine levels spike before a reward is received, as long as the brain anticipates a positive outcome. That means the thought of progress creates motivation, not just success. Takeaway: you don't need a big win, you need a glimpse of one. 2. The 3 motivation triggers. There are 3 main levers that control your motivation system. When you know how to pull them, you can ignite action on demand. 1. Autonomy. The feeling of control. People are more motivated when they feel they're choosing what to do, not being forced. 2. Competence. The belief that I can do this. We engage more when we feel capable, or at least believe that progress is possible. 3. Purpose, meaning behind the effort. Tasks feel easier when connected to something bigger than ourselves. These 3 come from self-determination theory, one of the most researched models in modern psychology. And activating even one of them can lift your drive dramatically. If your motivation is low, check. Are you lacking choice, confidence, or meaning? 3. Action before inspiration, why you should never wait. Here's a paradox. Most people think you need motivation to take action. But neuroscience shows the reverse is often true. Taking any action, even a small one, activates the motor cortex, which then signals reward pathways to release dopamine. This is called the effort-reward loop. A 2022 study from Stanford found that initiating a task, even briefly, creates a spike in dopamine that increases task persistence. So if you wait to feel like it, you may never start. But if you start, you'll feel like it. The key: shrink the starting point. Make the first step laughably easy. The brain rewards movement. 4. The dopamine shift, relearning reward. Here's where things get messy. Social media. Instant notifications. Short-form content. These things spike dopamine fast, without effort. Your brain adapts. It starts expecting instant gratification. Real work doesn't stand a chance. This is called the dopamine mismatch, when your brain's expectation of effort versus reward gets warped. In a 2024 study from MIT, subjects who consumed high amounts of digital media showed reduced dopamine signaling in effort-based decision-making tasks. The fix: rebalance the scale. Start a dopamine reset window. Limit instant rewards and replace them with effort-based activities. Things that take work and deliver real satisfaction. Workouts, writing, creating, learning. Retrain your brain to enjoy effort again. 5. The psychology of why we don't feel motivated. Sometimes it's not chemistry. It's fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of starting and not finishing. Psychologically, this is known as task aversion. You're not lazy, you're emotionally avoiding discomfort. This is where cognitive reframing comes in. Instead of "I have to do this," try "I get to make progress." Instead of "this is too much," say "I'll just do the next 5 minutes." This reframes the task from a threat to a challenge. In 2023, a study from the University of Toronto found that reframing difficult tasks as challenges rather than obligations increased task engagement by 34%. Your self-talk is not just inner dialogue. It's motivation software. 6. Environment hacks for automatic motivation. You're more a product of your environment than you think. If your space is cluttered, your tools aren't visible, and distractions are everywhere, of course, you won't feel like working. Change your environment. You change your mind. Try this. Set up a visual cue. Place the book you want to read on your pillow. Create activation energy. Lay out your workout clothes the night before. Eliminate friction. Block social media during work hours. James Clear calls this environment design. Neuroscience calls it cue conditioning. Either way, it works. It tells your brain, this is what we do here. 7. Habits vs. motivation. The real secret to consistency. Motivation gets you started, but habits keep you going. The brain loves routine. Once a pattern is repeated, the basal ganglia takes over and automates it. This is why the most motivated people don't rely on motivation at all. They build systems that remove choice. They don't ask, "Do I feel like doing this?" They just do it because it's a habit. In a 2022 meta-analysis from the University of Sydney, researchers concluded that habit strength was a stronger predictor of long-term behavior change than motivation levels. That means your future is built by your defaults. Want consistent motivation? Build automatic systems. 8. The 3-minute rule to spark momentum. One of the simplest motivation hacks. Tell yourself you only need to do something for 3 minutes. It's a trick, but your brain falls for it. You overcome resistance. You begin. And once you're in motion, it's easier to keep going. This is related to activation energy theory, borrowed from chemistry, but applied to behavior. The hardest part is starting. Lower the barrier. Momentum takes over. So next time you feel stuck, don't commit to an hour. Commit to 3 minutes. Just start. The rest often follows. 9. The motivation ritual, your daily switch. You can program motivation with a routine. Top performers, from athletes to creatives, often have rituals before they perform. Why? Because repeated pre-action routines prime the brain for engagement. Your ritual might be making coffee and playing the same song, doing 5 push-ups before writing, taking 3 deep breaths and opening your laptop. This creates neural priming. Your brain begins to associate the ritual with focus and flow. Over time, the ritual becomes the trigger. Don't chase motivation, chase meaning. Here's the truth. Motivation fades. Life gets hard. Energy dips. But people who consistently take action aren't chasing motivation. They're chasing meaning. They've tied their actions to a mission, identity, or personal value. When you do that, your brain switches from short-term dopamine to long-term drive. This taps into the default mode network, responsible for identity and purpose. If you want endless motivation, find the story behind your effort. Then remind yourself of it daily. Action plan. Switch on your motivation in 7 days. Day 1. Micro start. Pick one task you've been avoiding. Do it for 3 minutes. That's it. Day 2. Dopamine detox. Avoid quick reward apps for 12 hours. Replace with effortful enjoyment. Day 3, Motivation Audit. Write down which of the 3 triggers you're missing: autonomy, competence, or purpose. Day 4, Design your space. Remove distractions. Add visual cues. Make your environment match your goals. Day 5, Build your ritual. Choose one simple pre-task ritual. Repeat it before working. Day 6, Reframe your language. Catch yourself saying, "I have to," and switch it to, "I get to." Day 7, Link it to identity. Write a single sentence. I'm the kind of person. Fill in the blank with your goal. Repeat this cycle weekly. This is not a one-time trick. It's a motivation engine. So, how do you switch on motivation? You don't wait. You don't chase. You build it through action, ritual, dopamine discipline, and purpose. Motivation isn't a gift. It's a system. And now you know how to run it. If this sparks something in you, make it real. Like this video. Drop a comment with the habit you're starting today. Subscribe for more brain hacking strategies every week. And remember, your brain isn't holding you back. It's waiting for instructions. You're not unmotivated. You're just one system away from unstoppable. Now go flip that switch.